So, live from the DNC, we're friends of show Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. And Cenk Uygur has a plan this time, folks. He has a plan. This time, it's going to be different because this time, see, what we're going to do is we're going to vote for Kamala, but then what are we going to do after we vote for Kamala? This time, he's got a plan. Let's hear what that is. Hold on. Let's hear what that is.
If she wins, we must hold her accountable. Now, the good news is...
that's the plan. All right, so she's going to win because we're going to help her win, and then we're going to hold her accountable.
I didn't
Everybody
even
understand
notice
that?
this banner down here. Tell us what brings you joy.
Team Joy. They're ready to hold her accountable. Team Joy. I didn't even notice it. Good catch. I didn't even notice that the first time I saw this.
What a couple of fucking prostitutes, man. Wow.
Team Joy.
Wow.
Team Joy, but we're going to hold her accountable.
Wow.
All right, let's watch this. Let's watch most of this.
If she wins, we must hold her accountable. Now, the good news is, in this speech and in this campaign, she is giving you a pathway to hold her accountable. Not on purpose, accidentally. Let me tell you what it is. Number one, she keeps emphasizing we are not going back, right? They've said that hundreds of times.
Anna's like, thank God they cut away from me. Thank God they cut away from me. If you look at her face, I mean, she looks like I look when you're on a Disney rant. You know, that's the way she looks in this. She looks like, oh my God. I mean, she could tell she's not buying it, but he just goes out there and sells it, man. This guy goes out and sells anything. He'll sell a T-shirt. He'll sell a coffee mug. He'll sell whatever. Help me write my book or hire a reporter that I'm not going to hire.
They were hawking that T-shirt 5 seconds.
Yeah, the walls to the
vaults to the
walls,
which is cringe in and of itself. Now she's had that look on her face like she's in a saw trap for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, she got herself in a trap and she doesn't know how to get out because I don't think there's anyone who would hire her. She doesn't have an obvious lane to go into. She's stuck with him and you could tell it's no exit for her. You know, now she's just trapped in this hell with this bloviating asshole forever because her whole career is built on being on this channel. No one else is going to take her. And she doesn't have a profile that would allow her to go independent successfully.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like if she went alone, like, could you do like...
I would watch it.
I mean, it would be like Megyn Kelly who supports a public option, basically, would be her lane. I mean, which is pretty narrow. All right, let's watch this one more time. Sorry.
In this speech and in this campaign, she is giving you a pathway to hold her accountable. Not on purpose, accidentally. Let me tell you what it is. Number one, she keeps emphasizing we are not going back, right? They've said that hundreds of times. We are not going back. Mm-hmm. So if on a policy position she goes back, we all need to unite together as Americans and start chanting, we are not going back. We are not going back. You can't tell me that this is what every Democratic candidate does. And I don't care if you love Democrats more than you love your own mom.
That'll work.
You can't tell me that Democrats don't give you a ton of promises and then don't deliver on 80% of them at a bare minimum. And then go, good enough, you should be happy. Okay?
No,
this time you don't get to make promises and then go back because we are not going back.
Why?
And the second...
why not? Why wouldn't they get to break their promises if they know you're going to vote for them anyway? This was the guy who, by the way, told you to vote for Biden in 2020 because, of course, we can primary him in 2024. We'll just primary him. We'll
hold his feet to the fire.
Yeah.
That's what I literally, the morning after the election, I literally went around the Upper West Side taking pictures of people having brunch.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And then when I posted them, I had libs get very angry. We're going to hold his feet to the fire. You've never held a Democrat's feet to the fire before. Why would you start now? Why? And of course they did. What happened over the last 4 years? This guy's fucking brains are leaking out his ears and they're running around talking about cheap fakes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right. So that was number one. Let's hear number two.
Slogan they have is, when we fight, we win. Okay, so when you're in office, and if you go back on any of your promises, we're going to fight. And when we fight, we win.
Right.
So this doesn't just apply for Kamala Harris.
I'm
Okay,
getting
all right.
tired of winning.
Yeah. When
As
you
someone
fight,
on the
you've
left,
won.
I am tired of winning. All this winning.
What fight have you won? What fight has the progressive wing of the Democratic Party won? When we
Medicare
fight,
for all?
we win. That's based on what?
Not that. Yeah.
Oh, forget about Medicare for all.
Minimum wage?
Paid leave,
Nah.
paid family leave, paid sick leave. Any of the Build Back Better item? Nothing. Not zero.
Single payer? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Public option? No.
No.
Not
Not a
of that.
single thing.
Nope.
And we did a short segment on this with our friend Kit while Russell was getting to the park the other day, but Russell had the good idea to include this here. The people who the Democrats answer to, their base of power, are these people, the delegates who covered their ears and mocked the protesters on their way out of the convention.
Say it again. Mock them again. Mock the children again. Do it again.
18 years old. 15 years old. Yusuf Hassan. 8 years old. Turn around and join the uncommitted delegates in the protest.
Okay, so that is who the Democrats answer to. Not you, Cenk. Not followers, Cenk.
He knows
You guys validate
that.
those people. You guys give those people power. And in return, they give you nothing. They would not even let the uncommitted delegates speak. So in what reality do you say, when we fight, we win, they better be afraid of us? These are the people they answer to, not you. You're empowering these people when you vote for the Democratic ticket. That's who you're empowering. Those are the only people they care about. The people who won't even hear the protesters because it hurts their ears. They have to cover their ears and roll their eyes like this guy. That's who pulls the strings at the Democratic Party, not the TYT audience who gets suckered into buying Tim Walz t-shirts for $30 a pop. I mean, it's just so ludicrous. And this is now the 5th election cycle in a row that he's doing this. I'm counting terms. 2016, 2018, 2020, 22, and 24. 5th time in a row. The plan is we're going to vote for them, and then we are going to hold them accountable. It's just laughable. It's beyond laughable. I mean, you talk about who can fall for Kamala Harris's speech. Who could fall for this guy's speech? I mean, this is a whole nother universe of sad.
Yeah. A Cenk is like a tent revival preacher. You know, he just goes from town to town, pitches the tent, doesn't believe a word of what he's saying, sucks money out of people's pockets, and then moves on to the next town. He's just a con artist. Like, if there was ever any notion that he believed in anything, because that moment, I think a lot of us did think, well, maybe because he's from a Muslim background, he actually has some feeling about the Palestinian cause. Nope. I mean, he faked it pretty good. That's what's made him a successful con man all these years. He's been grifting. Look, man, he started out doing a Howard Stern act. And then he saw the Bernie thing. He said, now that's a grift. That's a grift I can get in on. And he's been grifting ever since, just kind of dancing around, trying to figure out where the trends are. But in the end, hey, man, he got that Katzenberg money. He always has to come home if he wants to stay in the good graces of the people he's really working for, the people with the real deep pockets, the people with the real money. So he comes back home. And now watching him giving just this shallow, I mean, it's so absurd at this point. Say, no, this time we're going to hold her accountable. This time we're going to hold her accountable. Who's left that falls for this? Like TYT, Majority Report, all these channels. This is just for shit libs who are a little embarrassed about it. So they need to be told that they're better than the delegates who put their fingers in their ears. That's who it's for. It's for people who have essentially the same politics as those people, but they're ashamed. So you got to hold their hand a little bit and tell them they're better than that.
Please clap.